Is your spouse jealous of your real estate business? My name is Sherry Swift, and I am a real estate coach. I'm a performance coach and a leadership coach, and every single solitary day, it is my job and my privilege to support all of my business partners and help them in realizing a business and a life that's worth living. So let's talk about it. Is your partner, your spouse, your husband, or your wife, are they jealous of your real estate career? Well, what do you mean by that, Sherry? They should be excited. I've decided that I want to build a real estate business. Why wouldn't my spouse or my partner just be excited about the potential and the possibility of everything that we can build together? Well, here's the thing. If you all have not made the decision about how you're going to work together on this, and you haven't communicated to them exactly what this means to the two of you in your relationship, how you're going to interact together going forward, what this means to the increase in your family and for your family financially, and exactly what needs to happen in order for that increase, that financial increase, to be available. And then more importantly, what is the sacrifice that you all need to experience and commit to together in order to have everything that you want to have on the other side? So I want to dive a little bit deeper into this. Before we get started here, I want to invite you to subscribe and follow here so that we can stay connected. And please make sure that you click for the notifications so that when I'm here in this space, we can connect together on all of these amazing conversations that create more whole life happiness for all of us. How do we, as entrepreneurs, and specifically in my world as realtors, create an environment that will encourage our family members and our partners, and specifically our loved ones, the people that we go to bed with every night? How do we create an environment for them to support us in this growth? Do you know how difficult it is to support a realtor? Do you know? Like, if you are a person that supports a realtor, that's married to a realtor, that's in a relationship with a realtor, would you do me a favor and throw me a comment down below? Because we, realtors, we create very, very almost impossible environments for people to be in consistent relationship with us. We are going out to dinner. We have a date night scheduled. It's a really important something, birthday, holiday, anything that's happening. And what we do, unfortunately, if the phone rings, we immediately go to grabbing it in order to grab that opportunity. And then our excuse is, well, babe, I've got to get the phone. I got to go after it. If I don't go after it, we're going to miss out on the opportunity. So I've got to jump. Whenever something moves in my direction, I got to jump. I got to move towards it. So we make these excuses, and that ultimately makes our family members feel second, third, fourth class citizens and of relevance and importance to us. And then we wonder why they resent our business a little bit, and it feels like they're jealous of what we are doing and how we're growing. It is because we have not intentionally and purposefully created a path for them in this growth, in this opportunity. So number one, let's talk a little bit about creating expectation for the time block that you are going to be working in your real estate business. Real estate is a job. It's another job. Now the business, your real estate brand, and that business is your business, but you are an employee of that business. So the employee has to get up and go to work every single solitary day. And that's the way that you have to explain it to your life partner. You have to explain that I am simply the employee of the business that I've started, and I've got to be in the business every single solitary day so that the business can become and maintain profitability. My business hours, sweetie, are going to be from this time to this time every single solitary day. You can expect that. I will not be executing any business after this hour. but every day from this time to this time, these are my business hours, and this is when I have to show up on the job as my primary employee so that we can be profitable. So that's number one. You, realtor, you have to create expectations for your time block so that they'll know how to expect you to behave professionally. The problem when you don't do that is you're so loosey-goosey with your schedule, laying around at 10 and 11 o'clock in the morning. You know, you've got this really loosey-goosey schedule. So if you've already got this really loosey-goosey schedule, they don't understand why you can't just continue that loosey-goosiness and go to the movie with them in the middle of the day. Go to the mall with them in the middle of the day. Go check out this car with them in the middle of the day. They don't understand why you can't shift and pivot for them the same way you do for yourself. So when you stop shifting and pivoting for yourself and you put yourself on a more consistent, rigid schedule, they will look at you in that way and they will respect you in that way. Number two, you've got to make sure that they have some type of win connected to this relationship with your business, your growing and your becoming. They have to have a win in it, right? So it has to be that they understand if we net X amount in gross commission income in 2023, I'd like to know what you'd like as your bonus for that. Okay, awesome. Well, if we net X amount in gross commission income in 2023, you are going to get a blah. You are going to get a beep, beep, beep. Like, this is what's promised to you if we hit this goal. If you communicate that and you bring them along in the journey, what's going to happen is they're going to not only be excited about when you have to go and when you've got to go execute the job, but they're actually going to want to know, what can I do to help? How can I support you in that? So you've got to make sure you bring them along for the journey. And then finally, you have to make sure that you are holding yourself accountable to a solid start and end time. You do know that there's nothing on fire in this business. Like, there is never a house on fire. There is no one up on the table bleeding out. We're not doing surgery. Most of the time, 98% of the time, all of those emergency scenarios and situations could hold for just a little bit. And sometimes the better we get at not reacting and responding instead, a lot of those situations will self-resolve. So I want to make sure that you understand that you should have a solid stop time at the end of the day and some boundaries as it relates to when you're not available. When it is your family's time, when it is your loved one's time, then you have to present that time to them and protect it with everything that you have. If they're jealous of your business, it is because you've created that relationship between them and your business. So I want to encourage you to make sure that you create some boundaries. You start at this time, you stop at this time, beyond this time is the time that I spend with my family. And if you are of the mindset that you have to always be available, and if you're not always available every second of the day, you're going to miss out on an opportunity. Well, you need a little bit of a coaching conversation. And I want to encourage you to click on one of the links that's in my link tree, and let's schedule some time to chat a little bit so that you can begin to think the way that you need to think about this business, because it's all about whole life happiness and all about creating something that's consistent and that's sustainable, as opposed to something that's going to burn you out, burn your family out. And the whole reason why we're doing this is to improve our familiar situation, right? And if what you're doing is driving away your family, well, that voids the whole point of it in the first place. So I want to encourage you to please, again, I'd love it if you would subscribe and follow me on my page here so that we can stay in contact. But most importantly, create a time block as we head into our busy season. The second quarter will be here before you know it. We'll be running around as realtors like crazy, doing all the things that we need to do in order to hit all of our goals and all of our numbers. But we still have people that love us and that we love, and they're probably the primary reason why we're doing this. So make sure that you create some expectation, protect the time, let them know who you are by behaving like that person, and everything's going to be amazing. Thanks again for listening, friends, and subscribe and follow, and I will see you on the next go round. Make it a fantastic week this week.